Had you have my heart? All you're looking for is me. Can't tell me what you need. Boy, you know just who you are. Hold my hand, don't go too far. All you're looking for is me. Can't tell me what you need. What you babe, 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 what you need, babe, babe. Tell me what you need, babe, 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 what you need, what you need.
I don't know who's Margot.
Ecosystem, biomes, and species. The simplest definition of an ecosystem is that it is a community or group of living organisms that live in and interact with each other in a specific environment. For instance, tropical forests are ecosystems made up of living beings such as trees, plants, animals, insects, and microorganisms that are in constant interaction between themselves and that are affected by other physical or chemical components. An ecosystem is the basic unit of the field of the scientific study of nature. According to this discipline, an ecosystem is a physical defined environment made of two inseparable components. The first component is the biotope or abiotic, a particular physical environment with specific physical characteristics such as the climate, temperature, humidity, concentration of nutrients, or pH. The next component is the biocenosis or biotic, a set of living organisms such as animals, plants, or microorganisms that are in constant interaction and are therefore in a situation of interdependence. Now, we are done with the ecosystem, and at this moment, let's talk about what is biome. So what is biome? If you could travel Earth from pole to pole, you would pass through many different biomes. A biome is a region of Earth where the climate determines the type of plants that live there. The type of plants in a biome determine the types of animals that live there. The tundra, taiga, deserts, the tropical grasslands or savannas, temperate grasslands, temperate forests, and the tropical rainforest. There are all types of terrestrial or land biomes. What makes one biome different from one another? Each biome has a unique community of plants and animals. The types of organisms that can live in biome depend on the biome's climate and other abiotic or non-living factors. Climate is the main abiotic factor that characterizes a biome. Climate describes the long-term patterns of temperature and precipitation in a region. The position of a biome on Earth affects its climate. Biomes that are closer to the poles receive less annual solar energy and have colder climates. Biomes that are near the equator receive more annual solar energy and have warmer climates. Other abiotic factors that characterize biome includes soil types, amount of sunlight, and amount of water that is available. Plants and animals that live in a particular biome have adaptations to its unique conditions. How are ecosystems related to biomes? Most biomes stretch across huge areas of land. Within each biome are smaller areas called ecosystems. Each ecosystem includes a specific community of organisms and their physical environment. Each of these ecosystems has floating plants, fish, and other organisms that are adapted to living in or near water. What are the major terrestrial biomes? First is the tundras. So what are tundras? Tundras are among the Earth's coldest and harshest biomes. These ecosystems are treeless regions with extreme cold and low rainfall. There are two different types of tundras, the alpine and the Arctic. Alpine tundra occurs in mountains where trees cannot grow in high altitudes. There, the growing season is about 180 days. Mountain goats, sheep, marmots, and birds feed on low-lying plants and insects. Arctic tundra extends from the edge of the Arctic Ocean down to the coniferous forest of the taiga. Permafrost prevents trees from taking root, but shrubs and other vegetation grow during the short summers, which range from 50 to 60 days. A variety of wildlife, including Arctic foxes, polar bears, and caribou, live in the Arctic tundra. Global warming is changing the Arctic tundra, and the changing tundra is contributing to global warming. The Arctic's permafrost is deteriorating, which alters not only the landscape but also the plants and animals that can live there. In addition, permafrost contains about 14% of the Earth's carbon. So as it melts, the carbon is released into the atmosphere, contributing to global warming. Next is the taiga biome. The taiga is the largest land biome. Where do you find taiga? We can find taiga like in Alaska, Canada, Norway, Finland, Russia. Taiga has long winters and short summers. The taiga gets plenty of snow. And rainfall in the summer. You will find moose in the taiga, along with the reindeer, wolves, fox, bears, many of the trees are coniferous. You will also find lichen, cotton grass, and fireweed. Next is the desert biome. Desert biomes are very dry. Some deserts receive less than 8 centimeters of precipitation each year. Desert soil is rocky and sandy. Rainy deserts are hot during the day and cold at night, although some have milder temperatures. Plants and animals in this biome have adaptation that let them conserve water and survive extreme temperatures. Numbers of the cactus family have needle-like leaves that conserve water. Many desert animals are active only at night. During the day, most animals will seek shelter in shady area. An example of this is the desert scorpion, which hunts at night and spends the day hidden. Deserts cover about 20% of the earth. Next is the savanna or the grassland. A grassland is a biome that has grasses and few trees. Tropical grasslands or savannas have high average temperatures throughout the year. These grasslands, such as the African savanna, also have wet and dry seasons. Thin soils support grasses and some trees in this biome. Grazing animals such as antelope and zebras feed on grasses. Predators such as lions hunt grazing animals. Animals in savannas migrate to find water during dry seasons. Plants in savannas are adapted to survive periodic fires. A lot. Next to the temperate grassland, it has a lot of grass and few trees, along with some big animals. And we can find temperate grassland in South Africa, Uruguay, Argentina, Russia, Hungary, North America. Grasslands have average of 25 to 20 inches of rainfall a year. Grasslands have hot summers and mild winters. Grasslands have tall and short grass. Grasslands have droughts and occasional fires. And large grazing animals. And also a very fertile soils. There are a few trees like oaks, willows, and flowers. You will find gazelles, zebras, rhinos, wild horses, lions, prairie dogs, hawks, owls, snakes, and grasshoppers. Next is the deciduous forest. It has trees that drop their leaves in the winter. We can find deciduous forests in eastern United States, Canada, Europe, Russia, China, and Japan. You find many broadleaf trees in this forest. Oak trees, maple trees, beech trees, and you also find frogs and turtles. Salamanders, hawks, owls, woodpeckers, deer, raccoons, possums, bears, foxes. This biome has moderate rainfall all year, a moderate winter, and a warm summer. The deciduous forest has 4 seasons: the winter, spring, summer, and fall. Winter, spring, summer, and fall. The deciduous forest averages around 50 inches of rainfall a year. Next, the tropical rainforest. Tropical rainforests are located near Earth's equator. This biome is warm throughout the year. It has also received more rain than any other biome on Earth. The soil in tropical rainforest is acidic and low in nutrients. Even with poor soil, tropical rainforests have some of the highest biological diversity on Earth. Dense layers of plants develop on a tropical rainforest. These layers block sunlight from reaching the forest floor. Some plants, such as orchids, grow on the tree branches instead of on the dark forest floor. So now, let's talk about species. What is species? A species is a group of organisms that share a genetic heritage, are able to interbreed, and to create offspring that are also fertile. Different species are separated from each other by reproductive barriers. These barriers can be geographical, such as a mountain range separating two populations, or genetic barriers that do not allow for reproduction between two populations. As humans, we do a lot of tinkering with our ecosystems, sometimes on purpose and sometimes by accident. And we should always remember that species is an integral part of ecosystem. That's all. Thank you.